Multifamily Mindset
podcast. Think bigger.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Multifamily Mindset podcast. I'm Kyle, your host today, and I'm excited to dive into today's topic that I know a lot of you guys have probably been thinking about. And it's the question, do I need to live in the market that I'm investing in? So I hear this come up a lot in conversation from both new and experienced multifamily operators. So today I'm just going to break it all down for you. We're going to talk about the advantages of being local, but also how you can invest successfully from afar. So whether you're eyeing your backyard or looking at opportunities across the country, just stick with me for the next few minutes. So let's start with the obvious. What are the benefits of living in the market that you're investing in? When you live close to your property, there's a different hands-on advantage. You can regularly visit the property, check on renovations, keep an eye on management, and even build strong relationships with your property manager and contractors. There's nothing like seeing things in person, and you can catch issues early that may not be obvious from afar, and hopefully address some of those before with the seller, so it's not a costly problem for you. Also, living in the market gives you a pulse on local trends. You might notice new major employers moving in, or even shift in the local economy before it shows up in any data that we can pull from online. You can also spot subtle indicators that could influence your property's performance, like changes in neighborhood dynamics or development projects that are starting nearby. Now, don't get me wrong, living in the market is definitely convenient, but that doesn't mean it's necessary. So now let's actually talk about the reality that most of us face, investing in a market that we don't live in. Now, one of the first things that I want to address is some of us don't want to invest in our own market because we think, hey, it's a bad market. A lot of us are beginning investors. We're still differentiating between what's a good market and a bad market, what are good growth factors, what are bad ones. So we want to take the time to research our own market. If you don't think it's a good market, find the data that tells you, hey, this is not a market that is an emerging market, that is not growing. With the rise of technology and virtual tools, investing remotely is just more feasible than ever. You don't have to be in the same city or even the same state. Your investment property can be successful regardless. So how do you pull it off? First and foremost, building a strong local team is absolutely essential. Ideally, you'll want to use some of your market research time to dedicate that to just trying to network with other operators specifically in your market. Using social media is very powerful for that. Facebook, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is probably one of my favorite to do. And on top of that, your broker, your property manager, contractors, they're also help to be your boots on the ground. You'll want to vet these people carefully. So both your local ground team and your operators. Just vet everybody very carefully because they're not just your team. They're your eyes and your ears. Make sure you're hiring professionals that you trust, and do not be afraid to ask for referrals or dig into their experience. A solid property manager in particular can make or break your investment. Next, let's use technology to our advantage. We live in a time where you can do virtual tours of properties, use drones for aerial footage, and access real-time market data at the click of a button. Tools like Zoom, FaceTime, or even just a good old-fashioned video walkthrough from your property manager can give you a feel for what's going on without actually having to be there in person. And as for your market research, platforms like CoStar or even local city websites will provide you with detailed information about economic trends, population growth, and rental demand. And when you can, visit the market. I know, I said you didn't have to be there, but you don't need to be there all the time. Just try to make periodic trips, especially when you're buying or doing major renovations. Meeting your team face-to-face, walking the neighborhood, and getting a real feel for the area can help bridge the gap between local and being remote. So to sum it up, being in the market for sure has its perks, but by no means is it a deal breaker if you don't. Plenty of successful investors live hundreds, even thousands of miles away from their properties. The key is building a trusted team on the ground, leveraging some of that technology you spoke about, and staying engaged with what's happening in that market. I've seen operators who live states away from their properties absolutely crush it. They've mastered the art of remote investing, and it's because they set up strong systems and don't let distance stop them from being hands-on in the right ways. So, to really go back to it and answer the question, do I need to live in the market that I'm investing in? No, you don't. But you do need the right strategy, tools, and team to make sure your property performs as it should. So thanks for tuning in today. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe to the Multifamily Mindset podcast so you never miss an episode. And until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and remember to think bigger. I'm Kyle, and I'll see you next time.
Hey guys, it's Dallas Pruitt, resident mindset coach and consultant at the Multifamily Mindset. You and your goals are our biggest priority, and we wanted to let you know about an amazing tool we've created to help you achieve greater success in your pursuits. It's called the Think Bigger Journal, and right now we're offering 30% off to our podcast listeners. This journal is an effective and efficient everyday tool designed to help you make the most of your days and feed your priorities. The daily and weekly frameworks are strategically designed to help you defeat distraction and feed real, sustainable progress towards your most important goals. This journal is backed by positive psychology. It's simple to use, easy to integrate into your day-to-day, and yields powerful results. You can go to the link in today's show notes and grab a copy today. And again, make sure you use code MFM Podcast, all one word, for 30% off your next purchase.
Multifamily Mindset. Podcast. Think bigger.